guys. I'm really annoying when I say that. Hi! Hi! Anyway, okay, so I have what I want. I'm just gonna say these are products I want to use up before the end of the year, if I can. I'm gonna make a serious effort to do this. Okay, so I've got multiple things here, like more than 10. So I'm just gonna reach in, because I got them all in my bin here. You'll see this a lot. Trust me, you'll see this a lot. I'm just gonna reach in and pull them out. So I'm gonna reach in. What's the first thing I pull out? First thing I pull out is the Rimmel London Clean Finish Matte Foundation. I've used this, and I brought a Sharpie because I want to monitor my progress from when I first filmed the video. This is stuff I've been using anyway, but from when I first filmed the video. So I've used this to about the top of this here. Right about there. So, so this is a foundation that I like this foundation. I'm wearing it today. You can see it has like medium coverage. It's very, very whipped. Like, look at that. The reason that this is one of the first foundations I bought since I started watching makeup videos. So I started watching makeup videos, and I bought it because it is matte, and I do have oily skin, and I use this a lot, but it doesn't like survive my skin like after a couple hours. And as if I need to keep reiterating this, I do work 12-hour shifts. So after a couple hours, it looks patchy, it looks dry, especially around my nose, especially around up here on my forehead. It starts to look really patchy and really cakey. And it is, the color match is really good. It is a, more moussey texture. Like, can you see that? If I hold that up, you can't see it because there's barely anything on it. But it does blend in really well, and I do like it, but it just doesn't survive very long. So I experimented with different, primers. That's the word. Not smart today. Different primers, and this is another product in here that I want to use. I'll talk about it in just a second. But the Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer does not play well with the Rimmel London Stay Matte Foundation. These things do not mix well together. This ends up really cakey. This does not do its job. This works much better with less moussey foundations. But this is one of the things that I do want to use up, because I bought those at the same time. I've had them both for about a year, and this one it's okay. Like, it works okay with my two favorite foundations are the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous and my Clinique Stay Matte. And this works well with those, but it just does not work well with the Rimmel. These ones, this is about halfway gone, and I have an entire drawer full of primers that I'm trying to use up. So since this is my least favorite one so far, it's a lotion consistency. Like, that's what it looks like when it comes in, and it rubs in like a lotion. So this is another one that I want to use up by the end of the year. So these, I want them gone. This is about halfway, about halfway gone. I'm gonna mark on the back of it because I like my stuff to look nice. Mark on the back of it. That's how much I started when I started this video. And I'm gonna do these videos, updates about once a month or less. We'll see. But I have a lot of stuff in here, so I'm gonna move on. So, closing my eyes again, reaching in and pulling out. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out two of these because I have extremely dry hands. I have dry skin, but my hands especially are very dry, and they bleed. The skin cracks and bleeds a lot during the winter especially. So I bought this Gold Bond Ultimate Healing. I bought these a lot, and I've recently, since moving into my apartment last summer, I've been able to pull out a whole bunch of lotions that I had bought before and got put away. So I've been working my way through them. So I ended up having 3 of these. This one was like halfway full when I started to use it. It's about that much left. Let me get my Sharpie. It's got like that much left in it. This one is much more full. This one is, I guess I never even used this one because that's how much is left in it. The mark right there. That's how much is left in it. So I've been taking this one to work because I wash my hands, and I wash and sanitize my hands a lot with at work, but I take this to work with me because my hands get very, very dry. So I've been using these a lot, and then this one I keep in the living room next to my TV chair thing when I'm doing stuff. So those are things I want to use up. Another lotion I want to use up is something a roommate bought me in college for Christmas, and I love the smell of this. It's the Bath & Body Works Be Enchanted, but I never used this. It got put away and I never used it. So this is like 3 or 4 years ago that I got this. That's how much, it's been since I've used it. So I'm gonna mark on here my starting mark. And I'm trying to use this up too. It smells really good. It's kind of a fruity type of scent. I don't know what it is. Oh, let me see. It doesn't say the scent on it, but it's Be Enchanted. So this is one that I have, and I'm gonna try and use this up. So I'm keeping this out in the living room as well so that I grab for it more often, because that's when I like moisturize my hands, or I get out of the shower and I have my robe on. I go out to the living room and I'll have my boyfriend put it on my back and things like that. Moving on. Another one, this next one that I grabbed is the Sugar Lip Polish Lip Scrub, Lip Exfoliator. That's how much I've used of it. Since I started using the e.l.f. exfoliator, I don't like this as much, so I'm trying to use it up to get it out of my collection. But it does work very, very well. It's not as harsh as the e.l.f. one, but because it's in a pot, you have to like dip your finger in it and then rub it all over your lips, and I have trouble keeping it on my fingers, and I have trouble keeping it on my lips itself. And it just, like, whenever I rub it in, it ends up on the outside of my lips, or it ends up on the bottom of my fingers, so I don't like this. It smells okay. It's just a sugar scrub, but I'm trying to use this up, and there's no way for me to mark on here. I'm about halfway done. So hopefully I'm gonna hit the bottom of this pretty soon. Because I got like 12,000 more things to talk about. The Lush Grease Lightening Tea Tree Cleanser. There is no way of knowing how much of this I've used because it is a solid black tube, and if I unscrew the top, it's a pump. I can't see in there. I can't tell. If I shake it, I want to say there's like this much left of it, but I can't be sure, so I'm not going to mark on this one. But this does not help. It does expire by August of 2015, so I'm going to try and use it up because my mom bought this for me because she's a Lush addict. She bought this for me, and it works on her, it works on my sister, it works on my dad when he gets breakouts from shaving. Does not do anything for me, so I don't know why I'm the black sheep of the family, but trying to use that up because money was spent on it and they have too much of it to use, so they're not going to take my leftovers that don't work on me. Okay, moving on. This was an actual makeup thing. This is the Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow. This is in the shade, I don't know what shade this is. It's dark. Like, it's a cream eyeshadow, and it's got this little doe foot applicator, and I do like this. It's very, very dark. Like, the way that it's supposed to work is it's supposed to be like an all over. This is from what I've read of it. This is a sample size that I got in an Ipsy bag many, many months ago, and it's supposed to work as like an all-over BB cream. It's way too dark for like a basic all-over eye cream, so I use it in the corners of my eye, and then take that, I'll take like a little brush like this, where it's just little like round, and I'll just like blend it out to make some definition there. But because if you look, the cap is cracked. This still works, like it blends out okay. It's not dried out just yet, but the cap is cracked. So I'm trying to use this up before it does dry out. And according to this, I'm still full on it. I know I've used it quite a bit, so I don't know if this is actually going to go down or not. So I'm not going to mark on this one, but this is one of the things I'm trying to use up. So goal by the end of the year, by December, I want all this ish to be out of my collection. The next one is an eyeliner, and it's by CoverGirl. I want to say it's the Perfect Point eyeliner, but as you can see, all of everything has worn off on it. It is a click up. There's no way to know how much of this I have left because it is a click up, and you can't click it back down. When I say click up, I mean it's a twist up top. And a little word about this. This is all I used in high school. Like this is a gray color, like a gunmetal gray color. If I put that there, you can see I used a black. This one I got from my mom because she decided she didn't want to use it anymore, so she gave it to me. So I've been using this. This was all I used in high school. The black, the blackest of black one of it. That's all I used. But this one I've been trying to use up because it's been in my collection forever, and it does not survive my oily lids. I'll put it on, and a couple of hours later, especially in the lower lids, it's smudged all the way down, and it just does not look normal anymore. And it's a gray color. I don't usually wear gray colors, so I'm trying to use this up. I'm hoping that I'm near the end of that because I've been trying to use it up. Okay, next is another skincare. I have a lot of skincare, if you haven't noticed. There's a lot of air in this, so I'm not quite sure exactly how much is in here because there is a lot of air in it. I want to say it's about that much because I know I've used this quite a bit. But this is the Clinique 7-Day Scrub Cream Rinse Off Formula. So I'm going to get my little Sharpie here, and I'm just going to estimate that about there. About there is how much I've used of it. A very, very gentle, like I use it as an exfoliator, and it's very, very gentle, so it doesn't hurt my skin. It's very easy to cause pain on my face because my skin is the only thing on my body that's sensitive, but this does not cause pain. So I am trying to use it up because it's old, but I do like the formula. Next is another Clinique product, and this I bought last summer. It is the Liquid Facial Soap Oily Skin Formula. It has a whole bunch of hair ties on it because I tie my hair back, so I just stuck a whole bunch of these so I could tie my hair back when I use this. But I used this for a while, and then I found other stuff that I liked better. So I'm going to mark on this end as well. This one I am trying to use up because I spent like $14, $15, $16 on it, something like that. So that's how much I have right now. And as soon as I'm done with the cleanser I'm using right now, I'm going to start using this one again because I want this gone because I hate wasting crap. I paid money for that. Like, if it's something I got in a subscription box and I don't like it, that's one thing, I can throw it away, but I paid money for that, so I'm sure as heck going to use it. Okay, this one. The next one I grabbed is an incredibly annoying product. It is the CoverGirl. I like CoverGirl. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I've had a couple CoverGirl things on here. I like CoverGirl overall, but this is the CoverGirl True Blend Micro Minerals Finishing Veil. I have had this for like 5 years. Granted, there was a couple of years where I didn't wear makeup every day. I only wore it for special occasions for like a date or a job interview or things like that. But I have had this for years, and this is where I am on it. This, I like the finish of it. Like, it lasts okay, it finishes okay. And it comes with this brush that I used to use with it. I used to use this brush all the time. It's just like a pop-off, but I hate trying to, and it works well. It's rough. It's not as soft as like my e.l.f. brushes. Like, if you just stick it back in, That's what happens. So you have to like roll the brush back in or else the bristles end up everywhere. So I just stopped using this brush. I use different brushes with it now. But this makes such a mess because it is a loose powder. It is a loose powder, and the lid on it is so small that whenever I use this, I end up with powder all over my shirt, my pants, my desk. I just want this gone because it's too small to be practical to use. So that's why I'm trying to get rid of that one. So I have two more makeup things and a perfume thing. This is the perfume. This is by Davidoff Cool Winter Woman Eau de Toilette. I got this at Target years ago. I don't even remember how much this costs. It smells okay. It's like a, that's too strong. Like, you know how you like light, fresh, fruity scents or linen scents, and then you have heavier, musky scents? This is like the heavier, musky scent. I do like it, but I've had it for many, many years, and I want to use it up before it's gone. So let me get my Sharpie here, and I'm going to mark. That's where I am on it, halfway through the bottle. So I'm going to try and use this up. I don't buy perfume. I wear a lot. I don't wear perfume a lot. So that's why this has lasted that long. Not because I don't like it, but just because I don't wear perfume very much. So there's that. Two more things. We're almost done. Almost done. Okay. This is the Clinique. There's a lot of Clinique crap in here today. Where is the Clinique Line Smoothing and Concealer It's supposed to be like anti-creasing. This creases like crap on me. It's too dark for my skin tone. This is the lightest shade they had when I bought it. This is too dark for my skin tone. I can use it under my under eyes, but I have to set it with a lighter powder. It does not work for like concealing my blemishes because it just makes my face look really dark. And then I end up with this big dark splotch on my face, even when I have powder over it. So I'm trying to use this up. My mom did buy this for me, but I don't want to waste her money either. So I'm trying to use this up. So let's mark. That's where I am on it. That's another thing I need to use up by the end of the year because I have a whole bunch of different concealers I really want to use up, and I don't want this taking up room. I hate wasting things. I don't want to buy something, especially something that's expensive or high-end, try it like a couple times and then throw it away because that's just a waste of your money, and I don't want to do that. Last thing, very last thing, and then I'll shut up, I promise. This is the Maybelline Eye Studio gel eyeliner, and it is in the shade Charcoal. So this is the Maybelline Eye Studio and in Charcoal. That's how much I've used of it. Like, it's probably hard to see. It's starting to dry up. Like, it's starting to separate at the end of the, but you can see it's starting to separate at the end of, or at the very, very edge of the thing. And it is still creamy. Like, look at that. I can still use this, so I have been using it. I'm wearing it today. Anyway, so I use this with my Real Techniques fine liner brush. And it does come with a brush, but I don't like the brush that it comes with. And it's just, let me get some of this on here, I can show you. I don't like the brush that it does come with, and the other like flat liner brushes, like this one, this is an e.l.f. one, these flat liner brushes, I just don't like them because I feel like this thin one gives me a lot more control over it. Like, let me show you here. So I got some on here, and you can see how much control I have over that. I can make a really, really thin line. If I had had this brush when I bought this, because I only got this brush in an Ipsy bag a couple weeks ago because I cashed in points for this. If I had had this brush like last summer, the liner would be gone by now. I don't usually wear charcoal liners. I think I thought it was darker than it is. I don't usually wear charcoal liners like that, but if I had this, I'm not going to buy that shade again at least, but if I had this brush way back then, it would be gone by now. So, I'll do updates on this stuff periodically, like once every month, once every 6 to 8 weeks maybe, when I feel like I've made progress enough to share it with everyone. So, that's that, and I'm going to end this video now. If there's anything you want to know about, let me know.